The fight for women's rights in cinema. Suraksha Pant's courageous stand. In recent days, actress Suraksha Pant has found herself at the center of a social media storm, facing a barrage of criticism and vitriol for her candid expressions. While some supporters have rallied behind her, the overwhelming response has been one of hate, fueled by a toxic mix of anger and vulgarity that is simply unbearable to read. Just a few days ago, Suraksha appeared on the Prakash Subedhi show to promote her film Kel. During the show, host Prakash Subedhi presented her with a photo of Hridayendra, the son of former Crown Prince Paras Shah, and asked, "How would you like to see him in the future?" Suraksha, known for her outspoken views, responded with her characteristic honesty. She complimented Hridayendra's looks and suggested he should consider entering the film industry, saying, "He has good looks. He might be able to act as well. If he ventures into the arts, it would be impressive. He is welcome in the cinema world." This prompted Subedhi to add, "I've read somewhere that he might be made a king someday." Suraksha firmly countered, stating, "We have not accepted the idea of making anyone a king. That cannot be said." When shown a picture of former King Gyanendra Shah, Suraksha maintained her stance, emphasizing that the people are now aware citizens. When asked about her views on monarchy versus republic, she clearly voiced her support for the republic, advocating for improvements within the system. However, her candid remarks have ignited a firestorm among royalists on social media, who have unleashed a torrent of abusive comments against her. They have even initiated a boycott campaign against her film, demonstrating the extent of their anger. The atmosphere on social media is charged with hatred and attacks directed at Suraksha. Even actress Rika Sharma, who spoke out in support of Suraksha, has faced similar backlash, receiving vulgar messages and comments. Rika has taken a stand by sharing screenshots of the abusive messages she received and is pursuing legal action. This kind of vile attack on female artists is not new. A few years ago, actress Deepashri Nirular faced a similar onslaught when she expressed her views about Rajesh Hamal, stating he is not a Maharnayak, great hero. The backlash was so severe that she had to step back from television appearances, ultimately leading her to apologize in tears due to the mental toll it took on her. Now, she admits to fearing interviews, as the trend of boycotting has become prevalent in Nepal. Deepashri commented on the current situation, saying, "The mindset of boycotting has already taken root. There's a culture of not allowing anyone to be great. Now, it feels like the moment you are asked for an interview, you have to brace yourself. There's freedom of speech, but you can't speak freely. I can't comprehend this. If you ask a question, you have to answer, but then they twist your words and make them go viral. Sometimes, it feels better not to speak at all, or else you risk being boycotted." Despite the personal attacks on Suraksha, many in the film industry remain silent. While a few have voiced their support, the fear of jeopardizing their careers has kept most from taking a stand. Even the Film Artists Association, which is supposed to advocate for artists' rights, has failed to issue a statement in support of Suraksha. However, the association's president, Mohan Nirular, acknowledged that Suraksha's comments were natural and should not be misconstrued. He stated, "What she expressed is natural. It should not be taken out of context. The kind of comments being made against her are condemnable. Her expression is not exaggerated. She has simply voiced what a citizen should say. However, artists must also be cautious when speaking on matters outside their field." He mentioned that discussions are ongoing within the association regarding this issue, and they have been conducting workshops and interactions to address the need for caution during interviews. "We have been discussing this matter for some time. We have been holding interactions and workshops. However, those we speak for often do not reach out to us. If they coordinate with us, it would be easier. We have previously spoken on many such issues concerning artists, but they need to reach out to us as well," he added. Not only the Film Artists Association but also other film-related organizations, such as the Film Producers Association and the Film Directors Society, have remained silent. The right to freedom of expression and the rights of women are being challenged. The Nepali people have a constitutional right to freedom of expression, guaranteed under Article 17. However, facing abuse for simply expressing an opinion is a clear violation of this right, as pointed out by lawyer Shashi Basnet. In our society, when women express their views on any subject, they are viewed differently. Being in the arts puts them in the spotlight. Because of their intellectual and clear expressions, they become targets. We have brought democracy and republic, and the beautiful aspect of it is that we can speak our minds, even if it's something others don't like, as she said. With freedom of expression, if someone disagrees, they can also refute it in a civilized and composed manner. However, the attacks on her are a violation of freedom of expression. A woman has the right to live with dignity, and that right is being violated. She views these attacks as a product of a patriarchal society, reflecting the level of societal degradation. What Suraksha has said may not sit well with those who support a political party. They should also be able to express their views logically. However, instead of that, they resort to using such language against her simply because she is a female artist. This reflects a traditional perspective that views women as subjects of exploitation. The fact that she feels compelled to express herself through poetry is a testament to how low our society has sunk, as she added. Basnet also pointed out that those who engage in online abuse exhibit a criminal mentality, capable of causing significant harm if given the opportunity. The issue of character assassination through online bullying is a global problem. According to Basnet, women face more cyberbullying than men. Even when men are insulted, it often involves their mothers or sisters. The focus is more on women's physical relationships than their character. This is the case in Nepal as well. Women are judged based on their character. This is a global issue. We come from a patriarchal society, and the perspective on women remains the same, always scrutinizing their character and sexual lives. If you look at political women and artists worldwide, when they are brought down, it is often through their physical relationships and character assassination. This trend is prevalent everywhere, Ishi said. Cyber law expert Baburam Ariel agrees with Basnet's argument, stating that there is a significant segment of society that views women as second-class citizens. If we look at the segment of cybercrime, women, especially young women, are the primary victims. There is a larger group that bullies women more than men. This group often consists of less educated and more frustrated individuals. Therefore, it is essential to examine this issue from a psychological perspective, Ariel noted. He clarified that Suraksha is merely a representative figure in this broader issue of bullying on social media, which is a common problem. This should be viewed not just from a legal standpoint, but also from a social and anthropological perspective. Why does bullying happen? Who is doing it? And what impact it has are crucial questions. At first glance, this is not just about Suraksha Pant. Our society has developed a completely negative outlook. We need to understand why this perspective has formed, he emphasized. What are the legal remedies available? According to lawyer Basnet, if Suraksha wishes, she can pursue legal action based on two laws. The first pertains to defamation, which states that no one should insult or defame another person. Under this law, if someone insults or defames another through electronic or other means, they can face up to 1 year in prison and a fine of 10,000. Additionally, there is the Electronic Transactions Act. Under Section 47 of this Act, any form of abuse against women can be prosecuted. If the victim files a case, they could face up to 5 years in prison, a fine of up to 100,000, and compensation. For this, the victim must file a complaint with the police. However, Ariel points out that bringing individuals to justice in such cases can be sensitive. It is indeed sensitive to determine how many people can be brought to justice. That doesn't mean we shouldn't bring them into the legal fold. Those who are inciting others aggressively should be reported. In a world where women are often silenced for speaking their minds, the courage of individuals like Suraksha Pant and Rekha Sharma is a beacon of hope. It is a reminder that the fight for freedom of expression and respect for women's rights is far from over, and it is a battle that requires solidarity and strength from all corners of society.